Hi, I'm Procrastinating Writer, otherwise known as James Edwards, so let's begin this video, shall we? Today I'm talking about young adult fiction. More to the point, 3 things no one seems to mention about writing the genre but are so key to it that it's common sense. And here we go with number 1 tip. Order of words, completely wrong. Young adult fiction lives and dies on the characters' relationships and friendships with each other. It's very hard to picture a young adult story that only has sort of one character, but why people love friends like Harry Potter, Hermione and Ginger. It is their reactions together, it's their interactions together, and it's their relationship and friendship and what they do for one another that's the most important. That's what makes Harry Potter Harry Potter, that's what makes Hermione Hermione and Ginger Ginger. Ron, that's it. I'm going to take 2 very similar films just to prove my point. There is Finding Nemo and there is Taken. The first Taken. It's both 2 dads doing very badass things to get to their child. But which one made you cry? Why do we like Pixar? It is because of what characters do for each other, and it's the focus on that emotional aspect of people's lives and how their identities, like Woody, who feels in the first film, threatened by Buzz Lightyear's presence, and then over the course of the trilogy, they become amazing friends, and then it's about their friendship, and it's about the friendship with the toys and the family. With young adult fiction, it is people in unison, it is their reactions together. Tip number 2, prose is more about substance over style. Yes, you can write very pretty words, and I'm not saying to write it very basic, but what you have to remember, what's important is the technique. It is that you are developing something and establishing something, and it is that you are revealing things, you are progressing forwards, and whilst that's generally very good advice, don't kill yourself over the words. Don't try and write the most beautiful thing in the world, because what's the most beautiful thing in the world is what they are imagining in their heads and the control you have over their emotions, and not like, I control you now, but just their investment in these characters and the world and the drama, because you've easily given them access to it. You haven't hidden it behind flowery language. Tip number 3 is all about drama and themes. The end of the world to a man, if he's lived a good life, he might accept it. The end of the world to a baby is nothing, the baby doesn't know. The end of the world to a teenager is a daily occurrence. You are dealing with characters who are probably aged between 16 and 23 or something, so they are developing their knowledge of the world, and their sense of the world and their view of the world is different than someone who's 40 and who's seen everything and who has come to a point then where they sort of become very static as a character. They don't change, they're cemented in their worldview. But for a young person, everything is up to question, everything is up to explore and experiment with. And so it's very important to throw your character some of the meanest, hardest things you can, because that's what people want, that's what young people want. They want to read about death. The music, the lyrics and music they listen to has got death in it, it's got sex in it, it's about romance. What they do, they're constantly communicating, they're constantly sharing things, they're constantly looking. Like I used to when I was a teenager, I was constantly trying to be involved in everything. Just do anything that you want. Go as dark and go as light as you want, but just remember to let your inner teenager write with you. So I've been Procrastinating Writer, otherwise known as James Edwards. So let's end this video, shall we?